Jungle.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum friends. Welcome back to Football Gupshup, Football Manager 2024 Everton series. Guys, we are back. This is the fifth episode. Before we begin this episode, please do subscribe to the channel, give a like as well, and please press that bell button icon so you can receive notifications for the latest episode. So let's begin today's episode. As you can see, guys, on our screen, we have kind of went ahead and played some of those friendlies, and we played our first game of the season. And guys, we have recorded a win, and it was against Brighton. We're going to go through the highlights. So let's have a look at those highlights. Everton winning the first game of the season, 3 goals to nil. And now we're going to watch the highlights. We're going to look at the goals, or should we go for key? We're going to go for the key ones, and the match highlights are going to be appearing on your screen. And as you can see, Everton against Brighton, we had a pretty good game, and I'm quite happy with the performance by the Everton team. Almada came close. He had a good game, but I think the player that stood out for me was clearly Danjuma, who had a pretty good game. I think the likes of Patterson, Branthwaite were quite exceptional. Calvert Lewin, who scored the first goal through Barco's assist from the corner, as you've seen on the screen, was quite good as well. The best thing about this game was, if you look at the stats, it was the number of goals, basically the number of shots at goal, which was 4-1. I mean, Brighton took one and Everton had four. So Everton were quite aggressive and quite attacking. Patterson hit the bar. He had a very good game today, playing in the right back position. We had a chance to start with Maffeo, but we went with Patterson. We wanted an academy player. Basically, what we wanted was to have local boys to play in the game, rather than playing with Maffeo or maybe James Justin, who are new recruits, just to see how would they fare, and they played quite good. McNeil was good as well. I was quite happy with Doughty as well as Danjuma goal is coming up right now. There is his first goal. Danjuma had a chance to score a hat trick, guys, and he missed the penalty, which was quite good. And these goals were quite quick. Once again, Danjuma coming up with their second goal and third goal for Everton. And you will, I think, see at the penalty as well, which he missed, which is this one right now. And he missed the penalty. So that was something kind of concerning. Anyway, these are the stats. If you look at the stats over here, we're going to go through the match report. And this is the match report: 23 shots in comparison to Brighton 7, 11 on target in comparison to Brighton 3, 4.14 xG in comparison to 0.92 to Brighton, 15 corners, 14 corners for Brighton. And then looking at possession, it was equal, 49%, 51%. And it was a quite good game. I think, looking at the league table, we are currently in the second position, and it is looking quite good for Everton. I'm going to go and show you basically some of the friendlies that we did play. If you go onto the schedule, you can see that we apparently won every game other than two results, which was against Elche. This game was a little bit challenging. You can see on the stats, we had 27 shots and we managed to get a draw. I mean, it was one of those games which gets you frustrated. Uh, the thing is, we scored early on with Calvert Lewin scoring in the second minute, but after this got the equalizer, it was completely Everton. But eventually, we couldn't find a goal, we couldn't find a win, and it was quite frustrating. But anyway, once after this game was played, I was looking at the squad familiarity with this tactics, and it was quite low. And I was thinking that just before they go into the season, we need to play a little more games, and that is why we scheduled three more friendlies with Sheffield United, Sampdoria, and Inter Milan, and we managed to do that. I think Bradford was one of them, Sheffield United and Inter Milan. Sampdoria was already there, And you know what happened was we lost to Sampdoria by 1 goal to 2. We conceded a goal in the 87th minute, and it was quite a challenging game. Although you can see that number of shots at goal was quite low. We could have done better, but it wasn't good enough in terms of possession. We had more of the ball, so that was only the game which we lost in the friendly in the preseason. Then the next game was against Inter Milan. The reason I chose Inter Milan was because we want to play against a side who is strong enough, not like Wigan or Bradford City or Sheffield United. No disrespect to them. The reason I did to do so just to find out where our squad lies, and imagine if we come up against Manchester City or Arsenal or Liverpool, how would we would fare? That is the reason I went with Inter Milan, and we won 2-0. It was quite a good game. Quite surprisingly, nothing happened in the first half. Nothing happened even at the early of second half. Everything happened at the end, and we managed to get a win through penalties. McNeil scoring from the spot, Decore scoring from the spot. Terms of possession, Inter Milan had more of the ball, but eventually we got more shots at goal and we got the win. So equal number of shots, 21-22. So quite an important win, and we won against Brighton, which you've seen the highlights as well. Now we're going to be playing against Luton. The next fixtures are going to be Tottenham, Derby in this month. Now what we're going to do is from now on, any episode that comes up, we're going to highlight one of the major games. What I'm going to do is, for example, I'm going to play already Luton Town. I will play that game. I'll show you the highlights. And then what we'll do is we'll play the whole game against Tottenham and show you guys how we play in terms of in the whole game. And then in terms of playing Derby in the Carabao Cup, we're just gonna go through that through the result. So we'll see what games we are gonna play in whole and which games we're gonna do just the highlights. And that's what I think the way we can move forward. Otherwise, it's gonna take a longer period to do this complete series. So hopefully that will be the case. Now, guys, speaking about, there was a poll, and the poll was apparently for a striker. We were looking at two players, and we did a poll. One was Yasser Asprilla, the other one was Marcus Leonardo, and you guys did give in your votes, and we managed to get the result. Leonardo with 70%, Asprilla with 30%, and we had a 25 million bid accepted. So we are getting Marcus Leonardo, but there is a case of other clubs who are interested in him as well. Hopefully, we'll get him over the line. We've offered him a contract. Hopefully, he will sign that and he will come and join Everton. And Asprilla is being targeted by Arsenal, by Manchester United, by Chelsea, by so many clubs. And anyway, Leonardo was the one which was chosen by you guys. We have put in a bid. It has been accepted. We've given him a contract. It has been accepted, but he has to make a decision because he's been coveted by other clubs as well. Hopefully he'll sign by with us and we'll be able to get him. Now, going back to our game, we're gonna have a quick look at another poll which we want to do. Let's go to the scouting over here. Let's go to our shortlist, and that is basically Bakayoko. We want to do a comparison with him and Nuama. Looking at these two players, we are looking to see which one can be signed. The reason I'm signing these players is due to the fact because what I think is in terms of if we do not get them now, they are going to be expensive later because if they play for the club or if any of the club comes in for them, we're going to miss out on them. Look at their wages. It's 700K per year. It's 451,000 per year. And I think we need to get these players as soon as possible. And for that reason, I'm going to go in for them. We're going to have a quick look at their attributes. Looking at their attributes, both play with left foot, by the way. Both are of same height. They weigh the same as well. There's 2 pound difference. Bakayoko is just 2 pound heavier than Nuama. So in that regard, they're both on the same level. But looking at their attributes, let's have a look at the technical ability. In terms of crossing, it's Bakayoko who's good. In terms of free kick taking, it's Bakayoko who's good. In terms of passing, it's Bakayoko. So he would work in that fluidity system where he would be quite effective. But looking at dribbling, looking at finishing, looking at first touch, it's Nuama who's quite good. So if you are looking for to score a goal, then it should be Nuama. Whereas when it comes to assisting is Bakayoko, who's quite good. So in technical ability, that is the difference. But in terms of technique, that's pretty key. It's Nuama who takes the edge with 16, whereas Bakayoko is on 14. Now we're going to go towards the mental aspect. Having a look at the aggression, it's 8 and 7 to 11. So Bakayoko currently has got 8. He can go up. Both of them are young. They can do uh, improve. So I think it could be any case. In terms of anticipation, Nuama, I think, is more of a scorer because the guys who tend to score goals, they always anticipate and they're always looking for that extra bit where they can put in a goal, and that's what I think. In terms of bravery, it's Bakayoko who can take on the players. So mentally, he has that thing in him where he wants to take on the other team. In terms of decision, it is Bakayoko. In terms of determination, it is Bakayoko. In terms of flair, you can clearly see that it is Bakayoko currently, but Noama has got the ability to go up to 16. In terms of teamwork and vision, it is clearly Noama. In terms of work rate, it is Noama, but Bakayoko edges out in the other areas. Looking at the physical aspect, acceleration wise, is Noama who's quick. Agility wise, is Noama who's quite good. And in terms of strength, it's Nuama who's on 12. So he clearly edges out on Bakayoko. But Bakayoko is good in terms of stamina, he's good in balance, he's good in natural fitness. In terms of pace, they are on equal number of. I think there's not much a difference between acceleration. The only good thing that Nuama has is agility. So they're much more same. Looking at the price range, 18 to 23 million for Nuama, and Bakayoko is between 25 to 37 million. So Bakayoko could be expensive. Nuama can be cheap. And guys, I'll put out a poll. Do let me know who do you want us to go for, and we'll go for that player. Looking at position and roles, both of them can play in the right wing position. Both of them can play in the left wing position. In terms of striker, Noama can play in the striking position as well. So we're looking for a winger, not a striker. We've already got a striker in Leonardo. So that is the case. In terms of report, current ability is 3.5 stars, 5 stars for Nuama, 3.5 stars for Bakayoko, and 5 stars for him as well. In terms of pros, exempt from registration for Bakayoko, decent fit, versatility, free kick taking, speed, adaptability, balance. In cons, competitive streak, teamwork, intelligence. So he is a solo person. That loves to take on the team. Now let's have a look at Nuama. Exempt from registration, versatility, agility, speed, language. So he's good with language. What about his language? Nothing over there. So in terms of cons, is determination. So that is the case. I think if you have a look at the current look, Danjuma is ahead of them, not by much, but I think if you get in any of those two, you will be fine. So, guys, it's up to you to make a decision on the poll and let us know what do you think. Now, what you're going to do is we're going to have a look at this report. Danjuma makes immediate impact. Everton received 300k from Digna transfer deal. Aston Villa have paid Everton 300k as part of Lucas Digna deal. Right, he has played 45 games as well. Because now 5 appearances away to make 90 appearances, which will trigger a transfer clause that was part of his move from Watford. Everton will have to pay 625k. Okay, didn't know about that. Anyway, this is Danjuma Stellar as Everton scored easy victory. So that is good. We're going to attend this press conference. And let's go with this press conference. Doubtfully one of the key performers of your team today. What do you make of performance? Devastating effect. Was pretty solid on his debut today. How things went. Right at home. Do you think that like will be surrounding him? He won't be going anywhere. We never stop looking to ways. I've been listening to Ronnie Edwards, the player you're talking about. Who's Ronnie Edwards? How is one David Moyes interested in signing Calvert Lewin? Does a good relation with another head coach help in these situations? Does it perhaps make it easier to reject a transfer if it comes from trusted friend? Uh, right. Roberto De Zerbi, mutual respect. We're going to go summary. We're going to leave this press conference. Premiership kicks off. Tottenham won against Manchester City. Wow. What happened over here? Manchester City losing to Tottenham. Silva scoring the only goal of the game for City, whereas who scored for Tottenham? Oh, it was Hojberg as well as Emerson. So unlikely faces who managed to get a goal against Manchester City. Richarlison playing up front, Son on the left wing, Kulusevski on right, Madison with an assist, Hojberg scoring the goal over there, Davies with an assist, and Emerson scoring the goal. Imagine Tottenham winning against Manchester City. Right. Okay, we're gonna continue that. Let's have a look, quick look when is gonna be our next game. So let's look at the schedule. Our next game is gonna be on 20th. So guys, we're gonna be playing against Luton. I think we're gonna play that game and I'll show you the highlights. And then the next game in the next episode is gonna be Tottenham. By that time, the poll will be out. Hopefully, you guys will be giving in your votes between Nuama and Bakayoko. And once again, guys, this will be it for this episode. Once again, guys, please do press the like button. Please do subscribe to the channel. Press that bell button icon so you can receive notification for the latest episodes. And guys, once again, I want to apologize for the last episode audio. There was some technical problem, but anyway, it's been fixed. So once again, guys, thank you very much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one. Please do give your votes in the poll. Have a nice one. Take care. Bye bye.
Jungle.